More commonly known to the public as just simply Rembrandt, was born in Leiden, Dutch Republic, now known as the Netherlands, on the 15th of July in the year 1606. Rembrandt was a Dutch painter and printmaker who has been considered to be one of the greatest artists in European art and Dutch history. As a youth, his family was fortunate enough to send him to the Latin school in town, the University of Leiden. There he would learn about biblical studies and classics. He did not like the academy, however, so he left home to become an apprentice to painters in Amsterdam at the age of 14. In Amsterdam, he studied under two master artists, Jacob van Swanenburg as well as Pieter Lasman. Jacob van Swanenburg was a painter of the Dutch Golden Ages. He was born in Leiden, Netherlands in 1571. He was a master of the adolescent Rembrandt. As a youth, Jacob van Swanenburg was taught to paint by his father, Isaac Claes van Swanenburg. Isaac was educated in the art by a Flemish painter by the name of Frans Floris, whom was known to be the lead of the Northern Renaissance movement. Here are two famous paintings of Swanenburg's artwork: The Last Judgment and The Seven Deadly Sins. Aeneas and Sibylla in the Underworld. Pieter Lasman was a Dutch painter who was born in Amsterdam, Netherlands. Pieter Lasman is important because of his work as a painter of the history pieces of the Baroque and the Dutch Golden Age period. Lasman was greatly influenced by a very acclaimed Italian Baroque painter, Michelangelo Merisi de Caravaggio. Here are two famous paintings of Lasman's artwork: The Rest on the Flight into Egypt. Juno discovering Jupiter with Lo. By understanding Rembrandt's artistic influences and his master artist styles of art, it is easy to see that Rembrandt was not just an ordinary artist of the 1600s. He grew to understand and was taught to learn many different styles of art within different periods of times, whether it is in the Baroque period or the period of the Dutch Golden Age.
Edward Hopper was born in Upper Enya, New York, United States on the 22nd of July, 1882. Hopper was an American realist painter who was known mostly for his oil painting and watercolor. Since adolescence, Hopper showed great strength in his artistic abilities. His father influenced his love for cultural differences and balance. He gained knowledge for art from his mother's artistic heritage as well. Hopper rented a studio in New York City to define his own style. In the year 1912, Hopper wanted to seek inspiration in Gloucester and Massachusetts to create his first outdoor painting in America, and that is Squam Light. His other famous paintings includes Summer Interior, Tables for Ladies, and The Nighthawk. By examining Edward Hopper's realistic method of paintings, he showcases still life in a very uncommon way than others. He uses multiple elements and principles of design to bring his art pieces together when completed.
The painting I chose from Rembrandt is simply entitled The Mill. The mill depicts a beautiful dark landscape with dark clouds attempting to take the clear skies away. The mill is atop a hill overlooking a lake and some brush in the background. People are seen in the foreground to indicate size variation to show Rembrandt's realistic artistic value. Rembrandt uses dark colors to emphasize the very light and highlighted mill as the subject of the oil painting.
The painting I chose from Edward Hopper was entitled The Lighthouse at Two Light. This painting embraced the warmth color and has a great touch of texture in lighting. Hopper uses shades and size variation to emphasize the bright colors within the canvas. This painting also represents emotional feeling of relaxation.
When comparing the two paintings, we can see obvious similarities in painting structure and balance. Both artists use nature to emphasize their subjects in their art. In The Mill, we can see that the dark nature and untamed forestry can be found in the background as well as in the foreground, where people may be seen next to the water. In The Lighthouse at Two Lights, however, we are shown the lightly colored warm brush in the foreground around the standing lighthouse. We can also compare the two artists' use of color, referring to the subject of the pieces. The dark back and foreground on The Mill does not push itself onto the mill. The mill is balanced and was painted in lighter and brighter colors, as if to show the sunset on a bright day being taken over by the dark night. Similarly, like The Mill, The Lighthouse at Two Lights show us a bright form of painting while emphasizing the color and size of the lighthouse compared to its landscape. Examining this painting shows us the light hitting directly on the lighthouse to show us the artist's use of light and shade. In contrast, it is easy to see the two artists took different approaches to their very similar artwork. The lighthouse shows us a brighter, more optimistic view of things, while The Mill emphasizes the dark and negative view of things. Clear skies can be seen in the sky when examining the lighthouse at Two Lights, while The Mill is taken away from its positive skies and is shown to be darkening away and heavy.